Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Diana and today I'm going to be recording Mars in Aquarius. So I'm sorry that I haven't filmed this video, and I know you guys were like expecting it for a while, but I got a cold and I'm barely starting to feel better, and I kind of don't like it with how my voice sounds when I have a cold, because it just sounds like all stuffed up and stuff. Like right now I feel like I'm not breathing. But anyways, I'm going to continue the series Mars in Aquarius. I'm almost done with the Mars series, so definitely let me know what series I should do next for you guys. And yeah, let's get started. So what is Mars? Mars is your energy levels, your sexual levels, how you handle things when you're frustrated. It's sometimes what you look like, what type of guy the girl likes, because Mars is masculine, things like that. And Aquarius is a sign of science. It's futuristic. It's the sign of humanitarian movements and people who are really smart and rebellious at the same time. So when you put Mars in Aquarius, since Aquarius is super humanitarian, and you have Mars, which also can represent like a military person, or it can represent a military general, you have somebody who sticks up for the underdog with Mars in Aquarius. They have a tick to really defend. They have a tick to defend people who are vulnerable and can't defend themselves. At the same time, Aquarius is a super intellectual sign, right? So they want their minds to be free to think of as many abstract, crazy, inventive ideas as possible. And that's why they value their freedom so much whenever they're involved in relationships. Because in relationships, they think that emotional attachment will be a burden to their mind and their abstract thinking process. Like the thought of having to think of the other person when they're going off in a tangent in their brains thinking of crazy things. They don't like to be limited in that sense, so they will guard their freedom a lot. And if you try to tie them down, chances are they will get more detached. So they really need somebody who also values freedom like them, and they'll respect that for sure. Now, Mars in Aquarius is known for having projects handed to them, or having unexpected problems pop up. And they like that because that gives them time to think at the spur of the moment, super quick, of something crazy and unique, or a unique way to solve the problem, or go about doing a project. They love that. They do get shit done, but it's usually in a weird way. Like you look at them and you're like, wow, I didn't think that would work, but only you can make that work, because their ideas are so crazy and not everybody can comprehend the method to their madness, basically. Dependence, they are super open-minded, but nothing can be forced upon them, because since they're fixed, then they go a little bit cray-cray. Sexually, Mars in Aquarius, they can either be super detached and unemotional and just want to have sex for the fact of having sex. They pretty much think sex is nothing but biology. Now, on the other hand, they can have some weird ass fetishes in bed, and they'll be open to it. And since they're little rebels, they're probably only going to want to have sex when you don't want to have sex, or when it's like off time to have sex for you. That's when they'll probably they'll always rebel. They'll always do the opposite of what you wanted. Mars and Aquarius are really people that they think that rules don't apply to them, and they want to be free from rules, and they will rebel against rules to think of their own creative, inventive, crazy ideas to do things. So yeah, you never really know what you're gonna get with Mars and Aquarius. If they're angry, they might be loners. If they're angry, they also might tick and spit word vomit because they're super smart and they are air signs. They are all about words. If or they can become super arrogant. Mars and Aquarius are also known for having God complexes because sometimes if their energy is used incorrectly, yeah, they will feel super smart and, you know, cocky about their intelligence and how freaking crazy they can think of things and find solutions in different ways, and they basically feed their ego from that. So if you have a badly aspected Mars and Aquarius, that can happen. It all depends, you know. I also said in the video that Mars and Aquarius can be detached from people and not really care much about relationships, but you want to look at the house placement that it's in, because if it's in the 8th house or if it's like up in the 4th house, that's going to play out a little bit different, since those are 4th house home, 8th house deep sex and deep connections to another soul. So it really just depends. Look at all of your positions in your natal chart to give you a little bit more about your Mars sign. But overall, I think Mars and Aquarius people really need to use their energy to create and be inventive and really take charge of people when people don't know how to defend themselves, because you literally have the perfect position for a military general who sticks up for the underdog. Alrighty, that was my description for Mars and Aquarius. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Leave comments below of what you guys want to see next or what series you want to see next. And make sure you also can watch the video for Mars, like in the house that it's in. So if your Mars is in the 2nd house, but in Aquarius, for example, watch it for Mars and Taurus. And that will also give you a little bit more flavoring or a little bit more of a layer about what your Mars sign means. So I'm going to go and take some Mucinex because